We have just completed an ever so brief detour into Trappers. We have the metal we need. Technically we had it already, but we came here anyway. And it's time to finish up our Signal Void work in Forlorn Muskeg before we make a very, very loot-happy return to Milton / Mountain Town / Milton. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Odds series, where I apparently need some water. I have no water. News to me. Okay. I've got a little bit of wood that I picked up when I came in, so let's go ahead and start a fire right here. I've left some things here. Jennifer, I'm working on it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I've left some things here that will hopefully be able to cure here safely and be retrievable in an easy manner. Mystery Lake is not only the original zone in The Long Dark, but it's also the centralmost zone. At least in my head it is. It's more than just in my head, but you know what I mean. It might not literally be the centralmost, but because of the amount of zones it connects to and how easy it is to reach from a lot of the other sort of original Long Dark zones, it feels that way. Okay, I am down a cooking pot. What that tells me is that I might have left my cooking pot up at the top of the mountain, which is fine, because I need to go back up there anyway. So, and that actually makes sense in more than one way, because I'm so low on water that I'm going to get thirsty while I wait for this to boil. So that's fun. So let's take a quick look at this, because I've been so encumbered for so long, and we're going to need to leave some things behind here. A number of things, actually. There's an argument for, well, there are probably multiple arguments I could have with myself right now about my inventory management, as longtime viewers of the channel are well aware. But let's go ahead and get a little bit more water first. It sounds like whatever storm was outside has just passed. We did not see a moose outside at the end of the last episode, which made me very sad, but it is what it is. All right, so we've got 42 minutes left on the fire. I could technically get more water out of this, and I think I probably will. Let's go ahead and do that. So it's going to finish up right in time. Let's take a quick look around, make sure I've picked up everything I can. There are some shelves. There's the bed. Nothing under the bed. Nothing under the bench. Yeah. So we've fully looted this place up. So these saplings, we've got, what, 4 birch saplings. Tell you what, let's be organized about this, shall we? Let's put these up on the workbench. While that water is boiling, I can hear it starting to sizzle behind me. So that's actually, looks like 5 birch saplings and 1 maple sapling. And then let me guess, some dog food that was not edible when I found it, but you know what? We can leave that there on the shelf. All right, 2 minutes until melted. So that's actually not even boiled yet. That's fine. Okay. Well, with that in mind, let's take a look at what I'm carrying. I had the jerry can on me, which, you know, that doesn't need to be a thing at all. So let's go ahead and drop that. Also, I have several cattail heads on me that I picked up. Also, I do have this Wilderness Kitchen book that I could probably read while I'm here before I go anywhere. 13 minutes till that's boiled. Let's go ahead and drop these. And drop all but a few. I'm just going to leave a mess on the floor for now. We might come back and organize later. I'm going to drop the antiseptic. I just don't need it. I have Old Man's Beard wound dressing, and that's good enough for me. Let's harvest this for a stick. Alright, 5 minutes till that's boiled. We'll go ahead and just pass that time, drink it, and take the rest with us. It's not going to leave a lot to drink. but that's all right. Let's pick that up. All right, nothing else here. Good to know. All right, so I've got 3 pieces of coal, which I'm going to go ahead and drop right here. Because coal is freaking heavy. 0.66 pounds per piece of coal. Because Hinterland loves to torture us. You know they do. You know it's the truth. All right, let's go ahead and harvest these climbing socks. I know it hurts my soul to do it because they're nice socks, but we already have 2 pairs. Believe it or not, we still don't have a really good sampling of all the possible, like, nice clothing items we could possibly find. All the possible items we could possibly find. That's redundant. But yeah, we don't. Which is nice. All right, so I have this fishing lure, which I'm definitely going to use. I'm looking forward to that. And we can probably... I'm going to open this drawer and leave several of these behind. Also going to leave 1 recycled can behind, because who needs that many cans? Let's go ahead and drop off these sewing kits. Bit of a mea culpa. One thing I genuinely need to get better at is inventory management. No, one thing I genuinely need to get better at in the Long Dark, in terms of my inventory management, like, metagame in my head, like, the way that I think about it, is I have a tendency, as you all know, to kind of sort by weight and go for the heaviest items. But, you know, that's like one end of the problem. The other end of the problem is, okay, well, what items do you have a ton of that you don't need that many of? You know? What can you afford to leave behind? What is stacking up to create more weight than you can afford to carry? If I drop 5 stacks of things, you know, that weigh 1/5 of a pound each, that's another pound lost. That's the equivalent of dropping a 1-pound item. And that's my Achilles heel in the Long Dark, and always has been. It's not like I don't know how to manage my inventory. It's that I tend only, especially on high difficulty when I'm focusing on a lot of things at once, I tend to only focus on the biggest items, which is the right place to start, but it's not the entire problem. And I have no illusions about, like, my ability to fully move the... I'll go ahead and drop that scraplet there. To fully move the needle with regard to that. Because the truth is, I am a creature of habit. And I also think there's something to be said for playstyle. And I don't want to sit here and feel like I have to alter the way I play the game too much. Alright, so we've got some deer up here on the ridge. I'm just going to head straight back to the muskeg. The timing is pretty good, because by the time we get back there, we will be pretty much at the end of the day, sun setting. I'll have to sneak past some wolves. There's a wolf there, but yeah, we'll have the wolves that I kind of snuck past on my way down the mountain, but I kind of know exactly where I'm going, which is nice. Took me a while to find the right tower. If my memory of finding it earlier in the Against All Challenges meta-series, earlier this year, had held up, that would have been nice, but lots happened since then, on-channel and off-channel, so I did not remember. Alright, we might be able to go pay Max a visit now. There was a wolf kind of going over the ridge. Yeah, still there, actually. Ooh, there's a wolf on either side of Max at the moment. That's not good. I haven't been very good about picking up my brass for the rifle, but our next stop, as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, is Milton. So I think that's going to be one location where we stock up on a lot of goods. It's going to be a little bit goofy, to tell you the truth. Alright, so that wolf is literally coming right toward me, and I don't like it. I'm kind of tempted to shoot him in the face, I'm not going to lie. But you know what? Since I was just talking about not having a hecking heck of a lot of ammunition, let's be conservative. There's another demon. That's a nice touch, by the way, the climbing animations for the doe, and I imagine for the deer as well. You know, despite the relatively strict incline that doe was just kind of walking, its neck was still sort of parallel to the ground, kind of leaned forward, the way that it would be, you know. The entire model wasn't just like tilted backwards in nonsensical fashion, which is, you know, it's not a difficult detail, but it's a nice detail. I appreciate that. And yes, I do alternate between calling the doe demons and actually calling them doe, because believe it or not everyone watching these videos is going to be in on our inside jokes, Legion. That's just not... That's not a reasonable assumption to make. I've got to have some respect for the new coming audience as well. Okay. So there's one wolf up on the ridge. Oh, we might have another one right in front of me. Yep. Called it. Alright, I'm going to try and stealth by these guys, because I really don't need to engage. And truth be told, I could very easily just skedaddle out of the zone at this point without engaging them, even if I aggro... Yeah, I'm going to do that. Screw it. Yep. Let's go. Come on. Bye-bye. Oof. I hope I didn't just mess up the audio again. So, a couple episodes back, we had some weird audio issues pop up. Sorry about that. I think that was just due to potentially some electrical interference and the fact that the mic cable that I bought initially with this new mic is not particularly high quality. So I've got what is hopefully a better quality cable now. But the other possibility, and the reason I'm mentioning it now, I noticed that the sound issues started because I talked over a loading screen in a very similar way to the way I just did. And it reminds me of when I was using the previous recording software, the one I had to adjust away from in February of this year. The first major, like, change that I had to make to my routines, of many changes to my routine this year. All positive changes, but, like, very stressful change that was, because I knew how to use that old software. One of the problems that software had was that it would occasionally produce a very loud, like, clicking sound, or, like, just a really bad sound artifact. Difficult to describe, but it would happen on the Long Dark's loading screens in particular. Something about the way the Long Dark kind of puts a quick, heavy load on the CPU. Hang on. Wolves, where are you? During the transition between zones, or from a zone into a cave, seemed to cause some kind of audio issue. And right at that same moment, that is when I chose to speak during the last episode. Or not the last episode, but the episode that had the audio issues. And it still has the audio issues. I can't do anything about it. Like, that was what was captured by the microphone. I went back and I looked at the file, and the file had the static in it. Just raw. So it wasn't something that happened on the YouTube end or anything like that, unfortunately. That's a prop deer. Thought it might be a wolf, but it's a prop deer. Okay. So yeah, hopefully my audio's not messed up right now. That's kind of why I'm talking about this, because there's a chance it's happening again. Because I realized I spoke during those loading screens. I just need to do a better job of keeping quiet, which is a habit that I used to have for the reason that I just gave you. One way to avoid that on the hardware end, of course, would be to have a capture card so that all the recording was happening on an independent processor. But that is not my current setup, and it's not in the cards, so... Well, it's in the cards, but it's just not on the priority list, shall we say. What I've got works, except those rare occasions when it doesn't, so we'll just adapt as we can. Alright, I feel like I might aggro a wolf as I cross here. Whew. Yep, there we go. Do I have more than one on me? I kind of feel like I might have more than one on me. Come on, man. Let's do this. Or maybe ma'am. I don't know. Could be a she-wolf. Far be it from me to presume. I don't want to offend you before I shoot you in the face. That would be just inconsiderate. Why would I do that? Okay, so here are the other wolves I needed to stealth by. So, interestingly, if I fire a shot now, I might manage to scare off some of those wolves. I don't know, I'm kind of tempted just to kite this wolf behind me as far as I can. Unless it gives up. Oh no, it's not giving up. Alright, so yeah. If I time this right, I might be able to scare those wolves at the same time. Oh wait, I think it gave up. It gave up. Perfect. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't counting on that, but there was this part of my brain that was like, man, if this wolf gives up right now, it'd be great. Because I just don't want to deal with it, you know? Okay, I think we might have made it past those wolves. Just by sheer luck and timing. Man, 4 in one spot. Welcome to Stalker. The very highest wolf population setting in the game is what Stalker runs on. Even higher than Interloper. Yes, I said that. For those of you who didn't know that, that is fact. Ow. Well, that's inconvenient. Also, I need to make more bandages. So noted. Oh, there's another wolf right in front of me. Hold on. Let me go ahead and take some painkillers for that. I might just run him off with the revolver, to tell you the truth. I'm being a little bit cavalier by just walking up here without crouching. Oh, there's 2. That's great. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, let's, for God's sake, I have too many guns. I have too many things that hurl projectiles. The only thing I'm not carrying are rocks. Because God knows I don't need to be more encumbered than I already am. Alright, where's the other wolf? And why do I feel like he's right in front of me? Okay. I'm gonna make a break for it while they're running around like idiots. Ooh, this could be bad. Of course. I knew that would happen. And now I don't have bandages. By the way. So I've just lost my ability to run while on a slope, while heading for a climb that I need to make. I could very easily sprain again here. If I sprain my wrist, that could be bad. Yeah, you know what? Let me not tempt fate. We're going to pop off another round, just to be safe. Away with you. Okay. And let's head up this way. We can very shortly make another bandage. Just once I'm in a bit safer of a spot. The weather's not great. Not loving the weather situation, I have to tell you. That is my least favorite thing about this particular situation, but at least we're warm enough. So there's that. I just feel like a blizzard's about to start. I'm going to go ahead and get all the way back to the tower.
That smarts a bit.
What would be hilarious right now, and I know I didn't do this because I was paying attention, but what if I wasn't paying attention? Ooh, ptarmigan. Ptarmigan somewhere close. We're gonna have to hunt them in a second.
Ow!
Because I have fire-hardened arrows. But what would be hilarious is if I... Where are they? They sound close. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're right there. Nice. If I had put all of my metal away, but oh, they're right in front of me. Hi. I'm surprised they didn't run. Alright, so they're once again kind of submerged into the snow. Even though this is not...
I'm gonna need some first aid soon.
Oh, wait. Is my wrist sprained? Oh, I'm crouching. Duh. I'm not in Season 7 anymore. Alright, well... Oh, it ran as soon as I stood up. That sucks. Alright. There was another one back there that I might be able to grab, I think. Unless I was seeing things and that wasn't a ptarmigan. At least we have the fire-hardened arrows now. Alright. So I should find my pot.
It's a bit, but I'll make it.
As soon as I kind of round this corner. Oh. Really? Where is it then? It must be down... It must be down at the train car. I mean, there are only so many places it could be at this point. It's either the train car or the forge. That's interesting. That's very interesting indeed. Alright then, let's get this done. Let's repair the metal parts. Glorious. Cannot wait for the update that allows us to see all of the proper hand coverings for all of this stuff. Alright, so we have a new objective. Investigate signal in Bleak Inlet. Interesting. So now we're getting a signal from Bleak Inlet. I mean, we're still going to go to Milton next, but that's fascinating. I wasn't expecting that. There's a plot twist. Okay. Bandage. Yeah, just craft 2. All I need is 2. I just need to bandage that foot, and we're going to try and make it back. I guess it makes the most sense to try and make it back to the forge. Let's do that. Okay. Because the forge is one of the last locations that I kind of need to revisit.
I've never
Ooh.
been so hungry in my life.
Are we getting hungry again? Yeah, I guess I should eat something soon. The forge is one of the most distant locations where I left some things, so it's going to be worth it to just return there and make sure that I have everything I need that I might have left temporarily What's this? What's this? What's this? That is a frickin' are you kidding me? I legitimate... Okay, this right here, this is why we're doing Season 0. Moments of exploration and discovery like this. I had no idea this was here. I just happened to want to poke my head down in that general direction. And now we have an entire chopper to get to. Alright, there's a flashlight that I don't need. Oof. So I can't even reach the containers next to me. I might be able to reach them if I enter from the other side, just based on the angle. Let's try that. Also, looks like I see a stim in the cockpit. Excellent. Just heard a demon. Alright, let's get back in. Now we're sitting on the other side. Are you gonna let me? No, you're not. That's a shame. Alright, well maybe I can get to the other skid at least. Yep. That is amazing. Okay. I kind of doubt that I'll be able to... Hang on, can I get to this hatch? Nothing in it. Great. Well, that's fantastic. I had no idea this was here. And I would wager there are some of you who didn't particularly know either. But again, this is the advantage of dialing things back a bit, difficulty-wise and weather-wise in particular, because it gives me the chance to find stuff like that. One of the downsides of playing at the level that I typically do in the Long Dark, especially from mainline against all odds content, one of the only downsides, really, is that you need that map knowledge, you know? You need to already know where you're going and what you need to do, because kind of playing the Long Dark in that more newbie-friendly way, where you're kind of exploring and finding things at the same time as you're surviving, doesn't work too well. If you don't know exactly where you're going and, you know, have an ability to plan A to B to C to D to E to F, you know, waypoints, you're dead. It's that simple. You are dead. It's a shame I didn't get that ptarmigan, but it's okay. I don't know that I'm going to make it all the way back to the forge. I might make it back to a cave. Alright, there are the wolves. I'm kind of... you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to... we're just going to do this again. I have plenty of revolver rounds. You know what? I'm actually going to go around the long way, because if we're going back to the forge, what makes the most sense is to kind of head this way. So that is what I shall do.
Man, I could eat anything.
Oh, you'll be fine. Don't be a big baby. I've got the food department covered. Just let me avoid these hungry carnivores. Oh, hello. Oh, a balaclava. Fantastic. That's an upgrade. Oh, not right now it's not. It's frozen. But that will be an upgrade.
Feels like night is coming.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's one way to change the weather pattern on a dime. Okay. All right, hold on. I do need to eat. I'm aware of the fact that I need to eat. Let's chow down on some of these cattails I picked. Ooh, you hear that? Alright, I did not mean to eat that maple syrup, but I'm going to go ahead and consume it, because especially if we have an aurora to kind of worry about at the end of this episode, I want to be able to really keep my head on a swivel for wolves. Alright, so when I said hear that just now, that's the sound I was referring to. We have an aurora starting already, and the sun has not even set. So ooh, that is... I almost just took a bit of a fall there. I'm glad I was paying attention. Okay, let's kind of hug this wall here. I'm a little bit... Well, this is interesting because there could be a moose quite nearby. We are approaching Moose Town, where we avoided shooting a bugged out moose a few episodes back. Okay, so here's a... I think this is the Bleak Inlet exit cave, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. This is the Bleak Inlet cave. So I'm going to keep going here. There was a wolf the last time I was here, so I need to be mindful of the fact that that wolf might be back. Especially if he's already supercharged, which is possible. It's not guaranteed. Sometimes the wolves take a while. It seems like even though you can have an aurora, as we currently do, you can't see it yet, but you can hear it. The wolves almost have to spawn into their, if you will, they have to spawn into their aurorified state. They aren't just in it automatically. Alright, so thankfully said wolf appears to be absent. And to tell you the truth, I think I might be able to make a break for the forge. It seems like a good moment to try for it. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I can do it. It's going to take a few more minutes here to get there. It's not a short walk. There's a dead wolf from when I shot him approaching from the cave. Otherwise, that wolf would be kind of threatening me right now. Alright, so the aurora is starting to become visible. Really beautiful kind of aurorified sunset here. Very interesting array of colors. I'm going to grab this torch. It's ruined, so it's just a free stick, but you know what? It's fine. I'll grab that stick too, because I might need to make a fire. There's not going to be a ton of wood left. One of the things I'm going back for... There was another hacksaw at the forge. That's the main reason I need to go back, because I broke up the hacksaw that I had for the metal that I needed. Which is interesting, because it was the kind of decision that I could have made without even going back to trappers. If I really wanted to be efficient with my time, as a few people pointed out in the comments, if I really wanted to be efficient with my time, I could have just, you know, used the stuff I had on hand when I was at the... when I was at the box the first time. I could have just, you know, gotten the stuff I needed right then and there. I didn't, and I'm okay with that. But it's eventually kind of the same pattern of thinking that I ended up following. I just did it a little bit later and went out of my way. But it worked out because we were able to drop off some of the stuff that we've been lugging around to cure. So we got rid of some weight by doing that. So it wasn't a total waste of time. Which I'm quite happy about. Alright, so we're starting to see the moonlight come out. I wouldn't be surprised if the wolves near the forge were already somewhat aurorified. We'll see. Alright, you can tell it's getting colder as well. I'll need to be mindful of that. Let me go ahead. I'm going to pick up as many... Oh, hello. Oh, wow. That's ironic. There's some more scrap metal. I'm just looking around to make sure I've picked up everything I can here. I could definitely break apart some of these crates and these cardboard boxes for materials, and these pallets, and these scrub brushes. There's a lot of wood here, but I'm just going to look for loose wood. Whether it's reclaimed wood or sticks, I don't care. And there are still a few words, Hadrian. There are still a few locations in Forlorn Muskeg that I haven't explored yet, namely the Hunter's Blind. I've already searched that box. Okay, yeah, we have a problem. Hi there. Here's how this is gonna go. Where did that shell go? There it is. Shell casing. Alright, so that's actually kind of brilliant that that wolf was running that way. Now I can kind of make a break this direction. I am kind of tired, so I don't want to get in a scuffle with a wolf right now. That would be less than ideal. But as you can see, those wolves were not aurorified yet. And I'm happy about it. That's another wolf in the area taken care of. Respawn settings are still quite meager, so even though we have a high wolf population, the wolves are not just going to reappear at the same rate that we might be accustomed to. So it's not quite the same as Stalker. Okay, now here's the question. Nice, we are warm enough in here, which I was not necessarily expecting. The main thing I want to do, though, is I'm just going to use... Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff sitting around here. There's my cooking pot. Let's grab that. And the hacksaw. I might have left the cooking pot on purpose. I genuinely can't remember. Alright, so there's a lot of cloth stuff that I can break down here. There's the heavy hammer as well.
Carry this load for much longer.
New dog food, which I'm going to just eat outright. And then I'm going to drop the heavy hammer again. And let's see. Yeah, that's the main thing I need to get rid of. I do still need to read that book. Haven't quite done that yet, obviously. Alright, water-wise, we're going to be fine. Alright, I'm not planning to sleep a full night right now. I just kind of want to get us started. I'll take the 60% start chance as much as I hate it. We're closing in, we're honestly past the end point for this episode, so let's go ahead and get this fire going. Yeah, come on, you can do it. 60%, let's go. 3 out of 5, 3 out of 5. I'll take those odds any day. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
That's a good one.
not any day. I prefer slightly better, but, you know. Alright, I'm going to pop those 2 pieces of coal on the fire as well, just to make sure it gets plenty warm, plenty fast. And on that note, I think what I'll do here, let me step up to the top. Yeah, there's not a lot here left to break apart. They're those wool socks. I can get some additional cloth out of those. I'm just going to sleep for an hour, because I think I've got some additional decisions to make, but we need to stop this episode here. In the next one, I'll kind of take a look at what I have in my inventory, what I might have to be able to, you know, keep this fire going a little bit longer. And then think about where else I can go in Forlorn Muskeg. Also, let's quickly check this out. Okay, so there's definitely some loot to be found that we will have to go for first thing in the next episode. I honestly should have been looking for it while I was walking around, but my main objective, obviously, was to get here. So, we will tackle that as soon as the next one starts, more or less. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For channel emotes and member badges, look for the join button to learn more. New episodes drop every day but Wednesday at 1 p.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time.